Hey, welcome to today's lesson. We are chatting about electrolytes and hydration. We chatted a little bit, or we touched on electrolytes just a little bit on yesterday's lesson. So I just wanted to go a little bit deeper into that today. So electrolytes, same thing with hydration, right? Something we hear often, but some of us don't really know exactly what that means. So what are electrolytes? So electrolytes are the minerals in your body that carry an electric charge. Um, they are found in blood, urine, tissues, and all body fluids. So they include sodium, which is salt, potassium, calcium, magnesium, chloride, and phosphate. Electrolytes are essential for many bodily functions, and they help maintain body fluid. They help maintain fluid balance and support muscle function, amongst other things. So what are the roles of electrolytes in the body? So number one, excuse me, maintaining fluid balance. So electrolytes regulate the amount of water in and around the cells, ensuring that your body's fluid levels stay balanced. They also help with nerve function. So electrolytes like sodium and potassium, crucial for transmitting electrical signals between the cells, enabling nerve communication. Muscle contraction. So calcium and sodium and potassium, they work together to allow your muscles to contract and to relax. So this is essential for all types of movements. So if we get cramps, sometimes we're dehydrated, sometimes our electrolytes are off. So super important if you start feeling Charlie horse or cramps like that, there's your body's telling you something that needs to change. pH regulation. Electrolytes help maintain a proper acid-base balance in the body, which is really, really important. This prevents conditions like acidosis or alkalosis. So the opposite, right? So we don't want our body too acidic. We don't want it too alkaline either. So it helps maintain that proper acidic balance, which is essential for gut health as well. So as you can see, all these tie into each other. Also important for proper heart function. So electrolytes really help to regulate heart rhythm, blood pressure, and really helping to make sure that your cardiovascular health is on track. Nutrient absorption and transport. So like hydration, right? We need electrolytes to help in the absorption of nutrients and to help the absorption of water into your cells. Also helps to remove waste products from your body. Okay, so how do electrolytes contribute to joint health? Well, they support muscle and joint function. So we've got sodium, potassium, calcium. They're all vital for proper muscle function. So this includes the muscle that supports the joint, preventing stress and stiffness in the joint themselves. Also to help maintain synovial fluid balance. So the electrolytes really, they help maintain proper fluid levels in the body, which is important for producing synovial fluid. That's that fluid again that helps lubricate the joints and prevents that friction. Okay. Also helps to reduce inflammation. So magnesium, potassium, both have anti-inflammatory properties. So balance of these electrolytes can help reduce your inflammation in the joints, easing arthritis symptoms and that joint pain. Muscle cramp prevention, what I talked about above, right? So imbalanced electrolytes can lead to muscle cramps, which then can indirectly affect joint health, causing surrounding muscles to become stiff and tight. So if we've got balanced electrolytes, we're going to ensure that there's smooth muscle function, which supports that joint mobility as well. Then we also look at cartilage production and maintenance. So electrolytes, particularly calcium and magnesium, are involved in the production and maintenance of collagen, which is that protein again that supports the structure of the cartilage. Healthy cartilage contributes to overall joint stability. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're protecting that collagen, that protein to support that structure. Okay. Also prevents joint stiffness. So electrolytes help keep tissues hydrated, which prevents that stiffness and discomfort in the joints, which again helps to make sure that they stay flexible and are capable of absorbing impact during movement. So electrolytes not only play a crucial role in maintaining overall body function, But they also have specific benefits for joint health by supporting the muscle function, reducing inflammation, and maintaining the necessary fluid balance for joint lubrication and flexibility. Now, how do we get our daily electrolytes? So really the best way to maintain a healthy electrolyte balance is through a balanced diet. Rich in whole foods, because really they provide natural sources of these important minerals. You can also replenish electrolytes through specific drinks and supplements, especially after an intense exercise, workout, or sweating. So what are some good sources? So we look at sodium, which is salt. I love that Celtic sea salt, which we have posted in, I think it's under supplements in the classroom, so go check that out. Also things like pickles and olives, they also have salt, they have kosher salt in them, so if you eat those, you're getting some sodium as well. Just being mindful of things. We're not looking for added sodium like in canned foods and things like that. We want to have a natural source, which would be just simply adding, like I said, that Celtic sea salt onto foods throughout the day. Potassium. So where does potassium come from? Well, its primary function really is to help regulate fluid balance, nerve system, signals, muscle contractions, and helps reduce cramps and maintain heart health. So good sources: bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach and leafy greens, tomatoes, tomato juice, coconut water. Coconut water is one of my favorites. Make sure if you're grabbing coconut water, though, there's not added sugar into it, but it's just all natural, pure coconut water. Then we look at calcium. So calcium, its primary function is to support muscle function, nerve signaling, and bone health, which is critical for cartilage and joint structure. So sources: dairy products like your yogurt, if you're having dairy products, but yogurt is a great source. Leafy greens. People forget that these leafy greens are full of calcium, things like kale, spinach, collard greens, so good. Almonds are very high in calcium. There's fortified plant-based milk. We drink usually an organic, non-GMO soy milk, which is fortified with calcium. Almond milk, they're usually all fortified with calcium as well. And if you do like canned, like sardines or salmon, have it with the bones in it. I know that's not my favorite, but some people have no problems just eating those bones within those canned sardines and salmon. Full of calcium, if that's your choice. Then we go into magnesium. So primary function is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, so including nerve and muscle function, bone health, and reducing inflammation. So magnesium is a big one. Sources: nuts and seeds, things like almonds, pumpkin, then leafy greens again, spinach and Swiss chard. Then we've got our whole grains: brown rice, quinoa, legumes. So we've got black beans, lentils, and dark chocolate. So dark chocolate is anything over 80 or 85. So not the milk chocolate, unfortunately. So dark chocolate is not a great thing, or not a terrible thing to have every day. A chunk of dark chocolate is a nice little treat. Chloride. So primary function, it works with sodium to help maintain proper fluid balance and essential for digestion, which is your stomach acid production, which we talked about before. Sources: seaweed. Seaweed, you know those little seaweed snacks? They just come in a little plastic tray. They're delicious and they are so good. There's so much goodness in them. So I'd highly recommend having one of those a day. Tomatoes, lettuce, olives. These are all really good sources of chloride. Then we go into phosphate. So its primary function, it helps with energy production and bone health. Sources: meat and poultry, fish, your salmon and tuna, dairy products, eggs, whole grains like oats and wheat. Okay. Additional sources. So additional sources of electrolytes. So there's electrolyte drinks out there. I would completely stay away from things like Gatorade. Those are not great. They're full of sugar, or they're full of additives. Not something you want to be drinking. Coconut water, again, really, really great one. Just be mindful of any added sugars. Just make sure you look and see that it is just pure coconut water, nothing else. And these are great to have after exercise, or if you've been sweating lots. That's just going to replenish those electrolytes. And that's where I would go to supplement with really, really just coconut water. I love that one. You can also find some like supplements that they've got tablets or powders or dissolvable electrolyte packets that you can just dump into water. And these are, again, really good if you're exercising heavy or if you're down south and really it's on really hot days when we're sweating excessively and we need to replenish those electrolytes. So we want to maintain a variety of those foods that I talked about in your diet to make sure that you're getting proper intake of your electrolytes daily. It's important, again, if you're active or if you're dealing with arthritis or managing inflammation, that electrolyte balance is on point. It's really critical for joint health and muscle function. That is it for today. If you've got any questions, let us know, and I hope to see you guys soon. Have a great day.